Good morning, gorgeous ones. How are you? Just after 8 o'clock, Wednesday morning, Dr. Lucy here. Snuggled up in my hoodie. It is cold and miserable in Melbourne. I've got a couple of things to talk to you about this morning, and I might split it into two, depending on how long I ramble on a bit. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is balance. You know that Mary and I are mad about balance. And when we are out of balance, hormonally, psychologically, for some people spiritually, that's when we don't feel good. Now, I know that's not very sciencey and medically, but it's true. Our life is absolutely about balance. Hormones have to be about balance. If one hormone, i.e. insulin, is out of control, then that permeates down and affects all the other hormones, which in turn affects our hunger and satiety. So satiety being your fullness. So that's one aspect. But the other aspect is resting and activity. Now, yesterday I had what I would call a big physical day for me. So I do the cooking show, as you know, which involves standing for half an hour or so. I pinned up the new members, you know, the ticket to food freedom onto my wall. I stood doing a live video, actually went to the dentist, had to get out of my car. All of those things don't sound like a lot, but for me with a physical disability, they're a lot. And by the end of the night, I was buggered. Now, I've got a couple of things about this idea. So as many of you know, I have a progressive muscular dystrophy. So what I can do now is much less than what I used to be able to do physically. And that clearly takes some adjusting. Now, I've got a couple of ways I could think about this. I could be banging on about, oh my God, I'm so pathetic. I can't even stand for half an hour. This is ridiculous. I should be able to stand more. This is, I'm so useless. That could be a line of thought. And there have been times where that has been a line of thought. I would be lying if I said that those thoughts never enter my brain. Or what I do is I look at it and think, okay, it is what it is. Okay, I can't change what's happening to my body. I have to accept it. And this is part of, we take some teachings from acceptance and commitment therapy, or ACT, if people know that. And accepting the things that you can't change, and then doing the best that you can with that, is really the way that we can thrive. Because for a lot of people, a lot of us will rail against the thing you can't change, and you get angry and you get frustrated and you get annoyed. But at the end of the day, the only person that actually harms is you. So for me, yeah, of course I could be angry, annoyed, frustrated, all of those things. And there have been times where I have felt like that. And I acknowledge those feelings because they're normal. And if I didn't have those, then I wouldn't be human. But I have to just sit with them, let them pass, and recognize that the anger and frustration about something I can't change isn't helpful to me. So what can I do? So therefore, what has to happen for me when I have big physical days, I have to balance that with some rest days. Hence this morning, I had a little sleep in and I'm still in my hoodie. So planning for those is really important. Knowing yourself well is really important. And when you do that and plan for yourself, then it makes all the difference. Now, having had the big day yesterday, there is some benefit for me because I cook a huge, as you heard last night if you were on the show, I cooked a massive chicken curry. So I now don't have to cook for the next 3 nights. Yay! And I don't care that I eat chicken curry every night for 3 nights because it is packed with protein, it has a huge variety of vegetables, it tastes delicious, and now I don't have to think about cooking. It is cozy, Nick. This is a cozy hoodie, and because it's new, it's still fluffy. So think about your life in terms of past you, present you, and future you. Present you can make decisions that will benefit future you. Present you is not really allowed to beat up on past you. I know it's something that we like to do, but it's unhelpful. Okay? Present you is not allowed to beat up on past you, and present you is also not allowed. I mean, you can because you're the boss of you. Of course, you can do whatever you want. But it is unhelpful for present you to go around comparing yourself to everybody else. Okay? It is unhelpful for present you to even compare yourself to past you. At the end of the day, you are what you are, and accepting that and making the best decisions for you is the most helpful. Okay? It really is the most helpful way to look at things. And I guess another little example I'll give you, particularly related to weight, is when people, and we all do it, don't worry, we all do it, but you wish you could eat whatever you want. I just wish I could eat whatever I want. I just want to be able to eat whatever I want. Lots of people think that. Lots of people will look at other people and think, how come they can eat all that stuff and they're still like a stick, and I just look at cake and put on weight? Well, again, a lot of that's to do with your hormones and your genetics. And actually, to be honest, you can't change it. So when we get angry about it or frustrated, it's normal, but it's also unhelpful. So accepting that, yes, some people can do that. Yes, some people can run 100 kilometers. Yes, some people have really clever brains. Everybody is different, and accepting what is right for you is really the first step to be able to change the way you live your life so that you're, I guess, not fighting yourself or being disappointed with yourself. You just are what you are, and you are the most beautiful human. And that's all we can do. All right, lovelies, I better go and actually get dressed. I've got a bit of a day, and today a bit more of a city day. Sitting, not city. And I am going to the hairdresser, hence looking forward to some new shiny hair. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning, darlings, and a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. I probably would be remiss if I didn't say 12-week Mind Body Rebalance starts Saturday. That's all I'm going to say. Have a lovely day. See you soon. Bye, lovelies. Thanks, Nick.